Remember when I said that watching Arrow was becoming more and more of a chore? Well, that was kind of the reason why I'm doing this video now, and not when it first aired, because I was just like, oh, Arrow, okay, you're not the Flash. So, yeah, I was just like, yeah, I was... Yeah, in this episode, when I first watched it, I had to collect myself after watching it because I was so full of rage that several of my friends, after I went to go talk to them online from from Mr. J's Comic Reviews to Mount Vernon Kid to a few of my online YouTube friends, and they were like, dude, you gotta, we're angry too, but you need like a horse tranquilizer right now. So that was kind of the rage level I was feeling, was that someone apparently needed to stick a bunch of tranquilizer into my veins. Yeah. So not much I could say about this episode. I'm going to look for the positive, which is about one thing. And actually two things, really. First off, Doug Jones. He's completely wasted in this episode, sadly, but he is so good when he shows up. And again, he's wasted, but at the same time, he's just a lot of fun when you see him on doing stuff. And I was like, come on, kill Felicity. Come on, kill that character off. This is going to be so... Oh, you can't kill her, damn it. But, yeah. Yeah. But again, they waste him, but he's a waste of a really great actor, a character actor, and you could see he's having fun, but, again, he's not really used much, and thankfully, hopefully he'll be back, same with, like, Emily Kinney as, the Bug-Eye Bandit. So hopefully he'll come back, he might come back, I'm hoping, to do more. And also, can I just say this, like, not part of the episode, just Doug Jones in general, does he look like Peter Capaldi to everybody else? Like, when you look at him, when you look at Doug Jones, for one quick second I was like, I know that's Doug Jones, but for a quick second I thought, was that Peter Capaldi? No, really, he looks like Peter Capaldi, doesn't he? I can't be the only one who noticed this. Anyway. So, also, there's also an intriguing mystery of, he was apparently a metahuman before the night, how did he get his metahuman powers because he apparently didn't get them the night of the particle accelerator explosion. So how the hell did he get his powers, and could there be more like that? Oh boy, so that was intriguing. Also, I love how Ray brought up the obvious point that my good friend Pop Culture Diva has brought up before. Are they feeding and, taking care of these people in these cells? Anyway, and I also love how... I like it better when Ray's interacting with Cisco than it is Felicity, because it's just sickening. But yeah, the whole theme of this episode is... It felt like an episode of MLP, really. It felt like an episode like... like I almost felt like Oliver was going to write a note saying, "Dear Princess Celestia." That's what I literally felt like in the back of my mind, because it felt like it felt like the moral to an MLP episode. Dear Princess Celestia, I have failed this kingdom. I've learned today that I now want that. Stephen Amell writing a letter to that character. Anyway. But yeah, the whole theme is let other people help for you out. The same frickin' moral as it was in Applebuck season. Anyway. So, yeah, also, and I'll get to the major thing that pissed me off in this episode real quick, but there wasn't a lot to talk about here other than Captain Lance is still angry. And Roy's still dealing with, punishing himself, which I can get behind. I'm actually one of the few people who can get behind Roy still feeling horrible about murdering that cop and forever, because he pretty much destroyed a family's life. You know, you could say, oh, he needs to get over it. You can't really get over the fact that he just murdered somebody, Mirakuru or not, Mirakuru induced or not. He ruined some family's life. He took their father away from them. He took someone's husband away from them, and it's going to affect people. You know, people have different ranges of coping, and sometimes, you know, people can just get over stuff in about a few months and move on with their lives. Some people, it's going to forever haunt them for a while. So I can buy Roy still feeling guilty about killing the cop back in season 2. So I'm actually okay with him just punishing himself, because again, there's, you know, not everyone can just bounce right back from doing something like that. I doubt a lot of people can do that. And if you can bounce back from that, you're a horrible person. Or, you know, you really have a damn good therapist. One or the other. But yeah, let's see, what else did I want to talk about? Oh yeah, Felicity's still annoying. The whole thing with Roy getting written out of the show. He's apparently, Colton Haynes is not coming back. So yeah, thanks Arrow, you've now given me another reason not to watch, to contemplate not watching season 4 of Arrow, because yeah, this is Roy's apparent last episode. Thanks, you just wrote off one of my 3, and you're making as I've said before, the 3 remaining characters I still liked were Roy, Diggle, and Captain Lance. Captain Lance, he's kind of half and half, because now he's going Captain Ahab to the point where it's almost ridiculous. All I have left is Diggle to root for, and I'm trying to root for Ray. And again, I like it when Ray's hanging out with like Cisco or somebody else, but yeah. It's getting tough to watch this show, and I know I'm not the only one thinking this. Oh, by the way, I want to bring up something that one of my subscribers brought up, and I just thought, God, that is just perfect logic right here. Allow me to read something one Ned Stark wrote here. Felicity should have gotten the Flash to break Roy out of prison, and have Barry supersonic punch. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, did anyone just not think of calling Barry? And she just said, all Felicity says, oh, he's dealing with a lot of stuff with Dr. Wells. That doesn't mean he's the fastest man alive, people. You can call Barry, tell him what's going on, he can run in, grab Roy, and pull him out. Simple as that. There are so many things, like, I was like, call Barry! Like, how do we deal with a metahuman? We should call, I was like, call Barry, don't listen to Felicity, she's an idiot. But no, they've listened to Felicity and get Ray in there, and Oliver's like, oh, you're not fully trained. Yeah, you've said this before, Oliver. We get it. You think you think you all dat, but you ain't. Anyway. So yeah, what is like it's again when they thought back in the when Oliver returned from being quote unquote killed by Ra's al Ghul, and they're like, who do we have left to call on for the city? I was like, call Barry. You don't need to get everyone in the glades to make this big Dark Knight Rises-esque fight scene. You don't need that. Just call Barry. Anyway. So again, I'm not as angry as I was when I first watched this episode. I've turned down, but obviously you can tell, still not liking now, I've said this before, I'm going to keep writing this out because there's about, 4 episodes left. Yeah, 4 more episodes of this season, and then after that season, I will try to decide if I'm going to keep up with season 4, or just stick with Flash, and possibly the other TV show, the other DC CW TV show that's coming out. But you guys tell me, what did you guys think of this episode? Did you guys like it? Did you guys hate it? Just comment below, let me know what you thought, and yeah, I'm out.